Right now the future looks very bleak because there have been several attempts to clean the river, but still 80% of the total pollution load in this 1200-kilometer river comes from one city, which is the city of Delhi.
This is not only the concern of a serious environmentalist. It's a major issue for 20 million citizens in Delhi. The Yamuna River has become a sewage drain. Nearly 1,400 kilometers long, the Yamuna is a major tributary of the Ganges in northern India. It flows through the Indian states of Delhi, Haryana, and Uttar Pradesh before merging with the Ganges at Allahabad. It's now one of the world's most polluted rivers, especially around the capital, New Delhi, which dumps most of its liquid waste into the Yamuna. During 14 years, about $500 million has been spent on cleaning up the river, but it's still becoming more polluted every day. The Yamuna is relatively clean until it enters Delhi at Wazirabad. It leaves the city transformed into a murky sewer. The river's 22-kilometer stretch in Delhi is barely 2% of its length, but it acquires more than 70% of its pollution load here. Millions of gallons of sewage each day pouring out of 18 drains into the river, joining contamination by pesticides and heavy metals. The river also passes by the Taj Mahal at Agra. Here, the river's pollution is 25 times more than the prescribed limit for bathing, with 80% of the city's sewage going directly into the Yamuna, in stark contrast to the beauty of the Taj. Authorities in Delhi say they're now trying harder to clean up the Yamuna, with an eye on the Commonwealth Games to be held here next year.
Well, it is a high expectation, I would say, though I'm sure they're trying their best. But what has not happened in the last 15 years or 20 years, expect that to happen in 1 year, is rather seems to me like a pipe dream.
Experts say London's Thames River was as polluted as this one in the 1960s, but an ambitious program was successful in cleaning the Thames. With political will and enough money, they say, authorities here could do the same for the Yamuna in just a few years. For Assignment Earth, I'm Gary Stryker.